Black, and you know anything about either of these runners, you already know why we're very, very excited to see this one.
If you don't know, these guys are 1 and 2 in the leaderboards, I believe.
Yeah.
So this is the match of the gods right here. Someone will lose. Someone has to lose.
That's kind of how races work, yeah.
Unless they tie.
That's possible. I have seen races end in tie.
I want to see a frame perfect race. Let's go.
Oh my god, you're playing with fire, Matt.
I'll do it.
Yeah, you will.
Alright, so we picked up our shield from Marin and Terran. Now we're gonna head down to the beach, because, hey look, because this is the hottest tournament, we gotta be on an island, right?
Of course.
And we're gonna go get our sword.
Yep. What? No, there we go. I was worried it might be a little bit too high there. You got it, though. Yeah, bouncing off the spiny there puts them just within range that they can grab the sword during the text box, save themselves a little bit of time when the owl flies away.
The neat thing is, the sword and the shield have hitboxes, and because we bump ourselves off, we can use the shield's hitbox to get the sword. And we're going to do something nice with those hitboxes now. We are going to use the hitbox and Link's hitbox to get rupees. 2 for the price of 1, basically, by hitting both hitboxes. Oh my god, what have I done to Black?
Oh my goodness, having to save and quit at 4 rupees, that's pretty rough.
He got nothing.
Yeah, but he's getting real good. He's making real good money mowing the lawn, though.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Meanwhile, SeYsEy already moving on to the next phase on his journey to crime, which is to say, stealing from the only shop in the village. Yeah, because it turns out 10 rupees will not buy you a shovel, a bow, and some bombs. In fact, it won't buy you anything. We're not going to be paying for a single thing in this shop.
Yeah, it seems like SeYsEy's having some internet trouble, though.
Uh-oh. A little bit of internet woes, it happens.
Yeah, so we're going to use a trick here. After stealing the shovel, we are going to technically buy the bombs. If you guys have played Earthbound, the way that health system works is the same way our rupees work. So it counts down when you purchase something. And if you just save and quit during the countdown, you keep that number of rupees.
Yeah, so we'll buy those bombs, then disappear out of existence, and then come back with bombs, but not having paid. The real reason for that is because Link has a very serious problem. He loves those UFO catchers so much, all his money goes toward those. He doesn't have money to actually buy supplies.
No, man, he doesn't love the UFO catchers. He loves the powder. He needs that powder.
I mean, I don't know what kind of operation they're running here on Colon Island, but a UFO catcher that has the powder in it seems a little bit sketchy.
We have never been able to verify if it's white powder, though.
You know what is also incredibly sketchy? What this game lets you do with bombs. SeYsEy here, once his stream starts moving again, about to showcase killing this one mob and then dropping a bomb on the screen, transition another during, just like
4 frames.
Having a little bit of trouble setting it up here.
There you got it.
There we go. Yeah.
Setting 2 bombs 4 frames or less apart from each other allows you to do a bomb trigger, which sets off cutscenes and other assorted things. Mostly cutscenes.
Yeah. In this particular case, they're able. You saw right there on Black's screen. The second bomb causes the raccoon cutscene to trigger, and then he backs off before the text. This game, if nothing else, is full of so many text skips. It's kind of spectacular in that regard.
You can skip almost any text in this game by using the save and quit menu as well. Now we see SeYsEy getting into D1 eventually, after he gets out of the white light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, D1 is kind of interesting. The game is gracious enough to give us one of the most useful items right here at the beginning, but also gives us the hardest boss, or at least one of the hardest bosses at the beginning.
The most finicky boss.
Oh, absolutely.
So just a quick little bit of navigation here. We are going to go into this room, push this block, and in the next room there's spiny beetles that we need to kill if we... Oh, he did the slash. I didn't hear the pit falling sound on his screen, so I was hoping that it would do that.
No swag pit drops. There we go. I can words.
Words are easy to do at, what, 4 p.m. Eastern? It's not happy hour anywhere.
Yo, Vlack, however, doing a little bit of swag, dropping the one in the pit, shooting the other one with an arrow before it even hit the ground. What is this William Tell nonsense?
Last I checked, William Tell hit the arrow, not the person.
But the tech don't stop, though. SeYsEy, now that he has the Rock's Feather and Black shortly, you're going to see him walk along this wall, then just jump over the block there. That's called super jumping. When he pushed into that corner, he actually clipped into the wall a couple of pixels, and if you jump toward the wall, then away while using your weapon, the game says, oh yeah, you're on a higher platform and lets you jump down even though you were never up to begin with. You can go over obstacles doing that, and you're going to see them do it a lot.
We should also point out that the item that allows us to do this is the feather, which we got back there. And man, the feather's useful. So nice.
It's very, very useful.
It's not useful against Moldorm, though.
Nope. Oh, that mini-boss, though, it just shows how good the bow is. The game, they don't expect you to have it until much later, so it just demolishes mini-bosses in the early game. I mean,
there we go.
I guess this is what happens when you have two runners from different continents trying to stream to a North American server.
It's very difficult. Come on, Black's internet, pull through. He got it. He killed Moldorm, apparently.
I guess.
The woes of the internet not working.
Oh, that's all right.
As long as everybody up to Google Fiber.
Yeah.
Or even better, let's go Cyberpunk. Just stick it right in their brains and stream from there. So now that we have the D1 instrument, we can go back to town, and we're going to have a little emergency on our hands. Turns out these kids really want to tell us something that's very long, but we can use the B button to skip most of their text. Turns out that the Chain Chomp Bow Wow was kidnapped by a bunch of moblins. And
Excuse you, I believe you mean the dog Bow Wow.
Alright, look. Look, a Chain Chomp can be a dog. It's like saying a Pomeranian or a Great Dane. You don't just call Scooby-Doo a dog.
Yeah, you do.
How dare you?
Hey, they do it in the show. I would have gotten away with it if it hadn't been for those meddling kids and their dog.
So what you're saying is that we should all be villains in Scooby-Doo world, yeah?
I mean, that'd be pretty fun, I'm gonna be honest.
Alright, I call mine a 49er.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, stuff's going on here. We have to go rescue Bow Wow. Going to get him back from the Moblin King. SeYsEy is probably fighting the Moblin King right now. Vlack is
He's going to be done with the Moblin King by the time we get to it. I think we should actually switch audio to Vlack for now.
Yeah, it's kind of a good idea. I got it. Hang on a second. Push the magic button. Somebody at SeYsEy's ISP is like, now!
Do it now! Alright, so we killed the Moblin King, and we used a trick called a block clip. We basically use the text, and we can move the text during the text box of pushing against an object to move pixels forward, and that allows us to just walk diagonally through this rock.
Yeah, you also saw SeYsEy get rid of all of his powder after he lit those two lamps. There's a very important reason for that. We actually don't want to have the powder, because after we finish up here in D2, they're going to be getting the mushroom, which is an incredibly important item for a whole lot of jumping tricks. But you can't get it if you have powder left.
Oh yes, but first we need to go get another item. So apparently, SeYsEy hasn't dropped anything.
I'm wondering if it might be on the
speed game
on the SE server. Yeah, I'm gonna switch it back to Black and see if SeYsEy cooperates.
Here's helping. All right, so another demonstration of how broken the bow is. 2 shots to a high nox and dead. Makes you wish you were in Breath of the Wild with this bow.
Oh yeah, this is less a bow, more so just a friggin'
an
I don't even know what to call it. It's just an RPG.
It's an arbalist is what it is. It fires giant bolts of death. Alright, so now that we've gotten the power bracelet, after knocking the ghosts off the screen to make the game think they're dead, we're going to go far off to the right here and activate a warp point.
Now, you might be thinking, why would they be activating a warp point? This is Warpless. Well, that's actually not quite what the name means. It's probably a good time to talk about what the category actually means. Warpless actually refers to wrong warping. Wrong warping is not allowed in this category, but a lot of the other things that sometimes are forbidden, such as saving and quitting or out of bounds, are very much allowed.
To define the definition of a wrong warp, it's where you enter a doorway, like that doorway up there, and it takes you somewhere where you're not supposed to go.
Yeah. And that definition is very important because of something you'll be seeing a little bit later. Well, don't worry, we'll talk about it when we get there.
We'll try to defend it later.
Yes, that's a very good point. We have to do it every single race.
We save and quit back to the D2 entrance, and then we go all the way to the left side to go get the mushroom. Very important.
Yep, the mushroom is so very important because Link loves mushrooms so much that not even gravity will affect him while he's lovingly gazing at it.
He'll fall head over heels to the bottom of the stage.
Pretty much. Which is convenient because that's where they're headed. That's right, it's time to go to D3, which you might remember involves getting some golden leaves from a castle, talking to some guy Richard. We're gonna skip all that because it takes forever and just go directly to the maze part.
Nobody got
Thanks to the mushroom.
Nobody has time to go liberate a castle for somebody.
Yeah, especially some guy who's we don't even know it's his. For all we know, he's just a guy who wants the castle.
He's just got a cameo. We don't know him from Adam.
And there we go, just like that. When you jump onto the pit and start mashing that mushroom button, Link holds at the mushroom and it pushes him right down to the bottom of the screen. Then one well-timed save and quit menu, and it just transitions him down into the maze. Just like that. You saw it on black screen as well.
And now we pick up this golden feather, but... No, it's a golden leaf, my bad.
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of Celeste.
Good game.
You pick up that golden leaf, and you may think it's a golden leaf, but if you open your menu again, it's actually the key.
Yep. Because like we said, normally you get the leaves, then the keys. So the game just has that leaf sprite all queued up and ready for Candlelit Castle. You're like, nah, I'm gonna take this leaf and mash it into the wrong side of this keyhole.
Alright. So, SeYsEy and soon, right now, Vlack, are now in D3. We're going to be killing a lot of enemies in here to get a drop called Piece of Power. Looks like a piece of the Triforce, or a Dorito, what have you. And that's important, because it's going to allow us to have very much increased attack power, increased movement speed, and increased knockback, but that part isn't that important.
Yeah. Honestly, the power and the movement speed are the most important things. Movement speed because of what SeYsEy is about to do here. He's about to do a trick where he super jumps, tinks off this Dodongo snake, just like that, goes over the blocks. Having the extra speed makes it a lot less likely you'll accidentally land in the blocks and potentially soft lock. And we have seen that happen this tournament. It's a definite threat in any run.
But at least in this category we can save and quit.
Yes. But you can already see how much faster they're just moving along the floor, though.
Ooh.
Oh my god, Vlack!
Vlack does that.
That is so cool! I don't think I've ever seen him do that.
It turns out that's the older way to do that.
I always find it kind of funny when the older way is actually a tiny bit faster or something, and then like just the newer way became the most common one because of just how easy it is.
And consistent.
Yeah. But if anyone's going to do a more difficult, less consistent trick for a few frames, it's Vlack. He's just that much of a legend.
Alright, so we go through that underground section. Oh, was it Shotgun Clip? My apologies. Alright, so SeYsEy is currently taking a break for the moment. It's gonna be like the Flash in a few seconds. Probably once Black hits the instrument. But now this gives us a chance to introduce you to Slime Eye. So this fellow right here, you need to split him up and then hit him with a dash attack. Oh, see? There we go.
And thankfully, because of the piece of power, it becomes a very short fight. Now, With this instrument, a new trick comes into play, a frame-perfect trick called Instrument Cutscene Skip. SeYsEy did not get it. Vlack did get it.
So now Vlack can save and quit out of the instrument cutscene.
Saving him a little bit of time, being able to close that gap, because SeYsEy had developed a lead of a few seconds, and now it's much shorter, because that instrument cutscene is pretty long.
And to answer the inquiries in chat, Vlack got really bad RNG on the beach for rupees. He got like 4, whereas SeYsEy got 8 or 9.
Yeah, aside from that, they've both been playing very well. I mean, I sure hope so.
So coming up is a specific bomb trigger called Walrus Skip. If you've played this game casually, you know that you have to go around, find Marin after talking to a bear, get her to come back here and sing awake a walrus that's blocking you from progressing, because you need to get into the desert on the other side of it.
That takes a really, really long time, though. Thankfully, our old friend Bomb Triggers can help us out here. You're going to see Vlack set up on the transition, drop those bombs, just like this, and you hear Marin, but there is no Marin. There's only Bomb. But there's one important thing, though. You may have seen talk of the Walrus soft lock. Here's the trick with this one, though. You're going to have to... They have to leave the screen after the text box that's about to appear, but before the rabbit comes on screen.
Otherwise, we're stuck.
Yeah.
You said.
Yeah. Because the other thing you can't see is that right now they can't use buttons, just the D-pad, because the game thinks they're still locked in a cutscene. So, an intentional death, and then they can continue on their way. SeYsEy saving a little bit of time because he entered the screen with half a heart, Vlack having to hug that cactus a few more times.
Oh my god. So, in this room, there's just a key that appears. We summon it with arrows. And we save and quit after getting the key, and we're all done here. Man, that sounds like something got hit.
Yeah, the sand on the floor.
Yeah. I guess we just dug it up.
The room was like, hey, I was trying to build a rock garden, and you're totally disrupting the rake lines. Take this key and leave.
So now, using the warp that we opened up earlier after D2, we're going to go back here, and hey, look, this key opens up the Dungeon 4.
Now, here's the other fun thing about this category. Remember we were talking about what defines it? Out of bounds is different, which means instead of going all the way up and around the mountain, we can just go to the exit, do what we call a shack jump right here, walk on the ceiling, just like that, at the D4 entrance. Boom.
But if the floor is the ceiling and the ceiling the floor, that's ring out, isn't it?
Not by the out-of-bounds rules here in Link's Awakening.
Man, alive. We're revolutionizing things.
Yeah, you're thinking Link's Awakening DX rules. Those are a little bit different.
Alright, so this is D4. We gotta go get a couple of keys. Using, first, the trick called Dumb Jump, which is going to be coming up on 2 screens from SeYsEy's side. So this jump is a lot easier in LA for some reason. I don't know why or how, it just appears to be easier.
Can confirm.
And now here's the other cross jump. Both very, very dumb jumps. And now we're gonna go fight Cubo.
God, both of them just nailing dumb jumps. Real good movement through D4. It's so easy to lose time in this dungeon from falling in the water or falling down pits.
I'm being told by Spice that dumb jump is not easier in LA, we just all got good.
Spice, I would like to refute that because I have not gotten good, but I have an easier time in this game too.
I see Alpha also got my reference, I'm so happy.
Oh, no! God, I can't believe you made me think about that.
Alright, so we're gonna do this really cool looking jump right here. Bam, that was a super jump to go get the key early.
That is such a cool jump. And the fun thing about it is you have to wait for the P-hat to take off as well. If you do it too early, it doesn't work.
Wham! So cool. Alright, so this is Anglerfish. There's some text, 2 depth charges and a spin slash, and he's dead.
Yeah, Anglerfish is where happiness goes to die, thankfully. SeYsEy and Vlack are friends of happiness, both of them taking care of business.
You said happiness. I think you misspoke. Carbone, right?
I've been making a conscious effort to not mention Carbone during Angler.
Look, if you guys mentioned seagulls every single time we did LADX 100%, I'm gonna call out Carbone for dying in Anglerfish. It's only fair, right?
No, it's not! One of them annoys you, the other one is making fun of someone who's not even here!
He's gonna be watching later. Alright, so we're gonna run here, and normally, if we didn't get the instrument cutscene skip, the ghost would appear after we leave the mountain range, and that causes a problem. Because I don't believe we can go into dungeons if we have the ghost. I could be wrong.
We can't, the ghost will stop you. But I'd also like to point out, SeYsEy, unfortunately, again also missed the ICS. Vlack got it again, and look at how much the gap has closed because of that one thing.
Vlack being the wizard fighting the curse. But now, we need to figure out a way to not have the ghost spawn if we leave the mountain range. Turns out that one of the triggers for getting rid of the ghost is getting the level 2 bracelet. So we're not going to leave the mountain range until we find that bracelet. But it's in D6. Well, it's also other places.
Yeah. Also, both of them getting the most important trick of the run, obstacle skip right there. Now, on the way to get the Dungeon 7 key, anyone who remembers the Link's Awakening DX tournament remembers a very difficult trick called Rooster Skip. You might also remember it requires the hook shot. We don't have the hook shot, but remember, out-of-bounds rules are different, so they're about to do a trick we affectionately call Rooster Skip Skip.
So, a couple of super jumps, fall off a ledge, another super jump, bam. Makes it look so easy.
It's so much less painful than Rooster Skip. Now on the way to D7. D7 doing it now, honestly, it's just because it's convenient.
It's not like we need any items or anything for it.
Yeah, D8 is the real jewel in the crown.
Hookshot isn't a required item for D7.
Nope.
Just a bit of walking here now.
Yeah, not a whole lot to say, just going through the mountain caves. You know, I don't know about you, man, but I actually kind of like the fact that LA and LADX are so different, despite being more or less the same game casually. Because it's like having a whole game's worth of extra categories that play really differently.
Yeah. That's multiple things to remember that you can and can't do.
That's part of the fun!
Rules! I'm gonna say the A word. We also saw our runners do a very nice fall using the mushroom in order to get across a cave that we normally need hookshot for. And it turns out that Bow Wow can eat cutscenes.
That cutscene dropped a heart.
Oh, that was a nice heart. Cutscene heart.
You broke the cutscene's heart. It was going to spin the tower. It worked really hard on it.
It was all ready, and then you just took its heart away. So, now this is D7. One of the lengthier dungeons in the game, casually speaking. You'd need to pick up a level 2 mirror shield, go around, grab a giant wrecking ball, and hit it against these pillars, but we don't have a wrecking ball, so we're just going to use controlled explosives, like a professional demolitions expert Link is.
The irony, of course, being that... Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. Turns out the 2 bombs work just as well as a wrecking ball to bust down pillars. Who'd have thunk it?
I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm imagining that, like, if controlled demolitions actually were using these strategies to bomb towers, they just, like, put down 2 bombs in the middle of the street, and then the building would collapse.
Well... yeah. It could be that there's support somewhere that we don't see on the screen transition.
Oh. That's why he's the expert.
Mm-hmm. So, this here is Goomba Surf. This is the thing that makes it required for... this is a trick that's required in this category, but not other ones, because we won't have the... We'll have the hookshot in other ones. Oh, no. Oh, there we go. So, we have to get these Goombas to go right, so that way we can do a super jump off of them and hop up on the ledge, because... Oh boy. Reasons. So you can actually skip the text of this boss, and if you do, you can see the skeleton reaper fellow on the bird before you start the fight officially. Now we're just gonna drop a bunch of bombs and kill a bird.
Yeah, 3 bombs does the job.
Bang.
Yo, Vlack skipping the after-fight text, though, just absolutely killing it with those text skips. And SeYsEy, looks like he got the ICS, he did!
First ICS. Will Vlack get it, or will he lose time? Nah, he didn't get it, sad day. I had to say something.
Yeah, the thing about ICS is you're trying to pause on the exact frame that Link lands and grabs the instrument, but it is possible to pause when he grabs it before he lands, sub-pixels and stuff, or sub-frames rather, and it just, in that case, it won't work. It kind of sucks.
So let's demonstrate the mushroom's power, shall we? So all of this section coming up, we should need the hookshot for. Turns out that we can use it to buffer down to the bottom of the pit, and then jump from there. Skipping Marin, who we'll see later on Black's screen.
Yay.
And now, this room coming up, this is the pit which kills runs.
This is
Let's
the
see
pit
if
which...
they've practiced. Oh, that's weird. That's new.
This pit is very much the gatekeeper of finishing runs in this game.
So we need to do a full dash jump across this pit, get all the way over to the far side, use the mushroom to buffer down into that corner, charge a dash, or just do a frame-perfect jump, and jump over and across, just like SeYsEy did.
Yeah, I really like that the shovel boot strat there just makes the jump a whole lot less sketchy.
Can't do it. Not only that, I am too stubborn to learn. I'd rather do the frame-perfect jump.
I mean, you could, but or you could like lose 5 minutes doing the frame-perfect jump like I did on live camera last time.
It's fine.
Now on the way to D8, which you might remember, you have to bring the turtle to life using the ocarina. We don't have the ocarina. We do have bombs. Link, however, is a classically trained bomb musician, by which I mean bomb triggers, of course.
Oh yes. It turns out that the head doesn't have hitbox. Also, we needed a level 2 shield for that room. No, we didn't. We just clip into the wall so we don't get knocked back.
Yeah, because the real danger in that room is not the damage, it's the knockback.
Alright, so SeYsEy in D8. Black soon to be in D8 as well. SeYsEy not getting that super jump, so it's just faster to side push that block for him. And now we're going to use a couple well-placed bomb arrows that we're not supposed to know the locations of. Side push again, get a key.
You're going to be seeing them skip a whole lot of stuff in D8, because it turns out there's only a very small number of places you have to go. In fact, SeYsEy is moments away from grabbing one of the most powerful broken items in the entire game.
I'd say Zelda.
Possibly. I mean, the bombs are pretty darn broken with bomb triggers, but this gives the bombs a run for their money.
But first, a really cool unclipped super jump we call Blano Skip. Not allowed in other categories. This one, though, because out of bounds rules, we are allowed to do it.
But with that, SeYsEy now has the Magic Rod. Vlack about to get the Magic Rod as well. Not the Fire Rod, the Magic Rod.
Very different. Important. Magic Rod is in Hyrule. Not Magic Rod is here in Koholint, Fire Rod is in Hyrule.
So keep your eyes peeled on what SeYsEy's screen here. He's going to go up this transition and try to shoot the rod and pause in the same frame, shooting infinite magic. And each of those magics is a sprite. The game doesn't know what to do with infinite sprites, so what does it do? It deloads things.
Would you argue that it just prevents things from being loaded in the first place?
Possibly. Like, the game looks at this list of things to load and says, nah, fam, we can't fit all this on the screen. Something's gotta go.
So here's this. That is a overflow, I believe is what it's been called.
Yeah.
And that just allows us to go to the room below where we would be fighting Q-Bolt. And hey, look, there conveniently happens to be a level 2 bracelet.
Yeah. Now, a lot of people will say that argue that is actually a wrong warp because that looks like a room from D7, but the thing is, that is not actually the location in D7. That's just a tile that's south of that tile. It's still in D8 that happens to look like D7, so it doesn't count as a wrong warp.
Alright, so now we're going to be heading up to D6. But first, we have to go get a key.
Yep. D6 is to the magic rod what D7 was to bombs. You're just going to see a whole lot of magic rod nonsense going on in there. The first Armos maze, which is just full of so much lag.
Sweet, sweet lag, because Bow Wow is like 5 sprites. And every cloud that your boots kick up is a sprite. Link is a sprite. Enemies are sprites. Rupees are sprites.
Bow Wow hungers for frames per second. Mmm.
So delicious.
Thankfully, the magic rod does also make Armos Knight a bit of a joke fight.
Palmer, yeah, it's going a bit better than it was for Dragon.
Ooh, SeYsEy got hit by Armos Knight.
He got pinned to the wall against Armos Knight.
Yeah, Armos Knight hurts. You gotta be careful, even with the magic rod.
I see it now, they're just trading the bad connection with the server.
Tag team PowerPoint.
It's like the finest game of hockey. Swapping them. And Black did not die to the Armos Knight. This time, he was, eating it on the face a lot during practice.
We'll say that I'm a little bit worried for as far as health. SeYsEy's got 2, Black's got 2.5. There still are some bomb fairies between where they are and the entrance to D6. Bomb fairies do have a fun tendency to just either fly in your way or drop a bomb on you, and those hurt.
Black's gonna have to when he gets to this point, because he has to do the damage clip through the Armos right there. So let's hope for not having bombs dropped on our face. Ooh, oh, wait a second.
SeYsEy took a hit, but he made it. Didn't get hit by the fish. He gets the Zorlax jump. Real nice. Now SeYsEy about to not let Bow eat this cutscene, though. Oh, he actually did. Interesting.
He used the bomb trigger instead of the deloading. The prevention from being loaded. There, be happy, all this.
Yeah, that's the DX strat. Normally, we're probably going to see Vlack do it this way. I think the more common strat here is to use the magic rod just to deload the cutscene.
Yeah,
just like
and
that.
Now, speaking of deloading, D6 is deload city.
Yeah, and how? We're SeYsEy's already deloaded 2 things.
There's a lot of rooms that we just don't want to deal with in here, because they're annoying and time-consuming, and they have whiz robes and tiles. And they're just all around awful.
Okay.
So, SeYsEy, going around the wrong way to go get his boss key. Goes up to here, and this isn't the way to the boss. And I think Black got a piece of power. No, he didn't. He got.
Oh no, he got acorn.
So, back to SeYsEy. It turns out that the tablets that give you hints are also things that you can deload.
Ta-da!
And it allows you to just fall down through there, skipping Horsehead, skipping an underground segment, skipping a really, really annoying super jump. Now a couple more despawns, and hey look, this is the boss room.
No, it looks like an empty room to me.
I don't know, I don't see a room period, all I see is his menu.
Yeah, and the burning question is, are we going to be able to tell if it's an ICS?
We'll find out when we see text and the instrument playing notes over his head.
We'll be back after these messages.
So, there we go! Turns out that it was an ICS!
Are you sure? That was really long. There could have been an instrument cutscene in there.
I am very doubtful. Alright, so Black got his ICS. Easy as pie. Now we're just gonna despawn the owl, covering things that should have been on SeYsEy's screen.
Stupid owl.
He's the one who's taking the server connection. He's jealous that we're deloading him. Like, Got it.
We worked really hard on this island. I can't believe you've done this.
For shame. Now, SeYsEy's in D5. We're gonna be seeing some stuff in D5.
Or rather, not seeing some stuff.
We're gonna see it on black screen. So, normally, the item for this dungeon, they traded again. SeYsEy did not get the D6 ICS, I am being told by Alos, who is probably watching his feed. Normally, the dungeon item was stolen by Master Selphos, and you have to go fight him 4 times, looping around the entire dungeon to go get it, then loop around another time to go get the dungeon key. However, we don't need the hookshot, because we're pro.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna despawn Master Selphos.
So we're just gonna leave him inside his little treasure chest. He's not even gonna hop out and fight us or anything. However, we cannot despawn dumb jumps, and it's time for dumb jump 2.
Oh boy.
Jumping.
SeYsEy has low health.
Oh god, he
not
really does. Oh, I like this move.
Oh, he didn't die to the Goomba. Thank god he isn't me.
Wait, you died to the Goomba?
I've done it 3 times.
Matt!
I've had very low health.
Matt!
I can't help it if I'm bad.
And I guess
looks
SeYsEy
like he
got
got
dumb jump. Yeah. SeYsEy's run, or as we like to call it, we think he did the thing well. We cannot tell for sure, but he's going fast.
So there we go. That's dumb jump number 2. That gets us the D5 boss key. Save and quit. Back out.
Yeah. Now, the D5 boss is actually one of the few bosses that requires the hookshot to beat, so it's a good thing we have the magic rod.
Because turns out you don't have to fight the bosses if they're being deloaded. They're trapped in purgatory forever.
Yeah. But you might have noticed one of the drawbacks to this, and that's that when you don't fight the boss, you don't get the heart containers. So SeYsEy and Vlack will not get another heart container for the rest of the game. This is their endgame health.
In fact, pretty soon they're not going to be able to get any more health pickups at all unless they're randomly dropped from enemies.
And SeYsEy setting up for ICS, not sure if he got it. He's just kind of face planting into the marimba. That's how I play the marimba in real life, you know.
He's taking his time to weigh his options. Vlack as well, also taking his time weighing his options. Vlack got it though.
Oh god, everything's spinning.
Breathe, Crunchy, breathe!
I'm trying!
Can you turn your head and cough?
No, it hurts.
Oh god. I'm afraid you've got lupus.
It's never lupus. Okay, I'm better now.
Alright, so we're done with the D5, and now we're going to head back up and finish some unfinished business, namely the fact that we never got the instruments for D8 or D2, in that order, respectively.
Believe it or not, there is a reason we didn't finish off D8, and that's just because, well, we have to go up there and finish D2 anyway, and getting a D2 from the D8 entrance is fast. We like fast.
So that's actually the last heal that we're going to be getting on black screen. Turns out that SeYsEy magically teleported to D8 boss room in his considerations.
Here we go, it's time for Thunderdome. Is he gonna give us the double? Nah.
No.
We've been spoiled ever since we got an ICS plus Wang boys. I've been looking forward to another one ever since. Never seen it. Yeah.
Alright, so Hothead normally sucks, but turns out that we could just get rid of him. And, oh, this is very close now. This is 2 screens apart. Oh my god.
Black just killing it with the ICS has been one of his greatest assets so far this race. Just his consistency is shockingly good.
If he gets the next one and SeYsEy doesn't, he takes the lead. Because these guys aren't going to make mistakes in D2. Unless the Stalfos does something untoward.
Which is, let's be honest, might.
Could happen. I mean, I'm watching the race. Let's find out.
Meanwhile, SeYsEy and Vlack getting banned from the nursery ever again, setting all the plants on fire.
Alright, so SeYsEy does not have the bad luck. Vlack, though. Oh god, Vlack, what have I done? Vlack, no!
He's fine, he got it.
But at what cost?
Thankfully, saving D2 for the end does have one other big benefit, and that's not having to deal with the D2 boss. We do have a quick kill for it, but it's still such an annoying boss.
I think SeYsEy fell.
Oh no.
No! Black! What am I doing?
Oh no! Oh!
Black didn't despawn the boss! He jumped right in!
Oh! He must have held up a little bit too long when he landed.
Oh god, no! So, SeYsEy just takes a hefty lead.
Well, SeYsEy does not get ICS though, so Vlack can try to minimize his loss, but it's gonna come down to the final boss. That's all there is to it.
So, for people who missed it in chat, because SeYsEy was very fast, not SeYsEy, Vlack was very fast at that saving quit. Vlack entered the boss room before despawning the boss, which means that he would have had to fight the boss. And that would have sucked. So he saved and quit.
But he gets the ICS though, saving himself some seconds that SeYsEy did not.
There's still hope.
So I think we're probably going to get Vlack entering the instrument cutscene as SeYsEy leaves it, and considering that the final boss does have some stuff that can absolutely waste time, I'm looking at Aghanim, looking at if Moldorm gets loose, it's going to come down to the final boss straight up.
I mean, one can...
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no!
Vlack! ICS's instrument
Black
cutscene
did the
skip.
same thing that I do. He practiced in LADX instead of LA, and he screwed up the timing.
Ooh, this is gonna be an interesting one because the final boss has some of the largest bits of randomness in the entire run, but it's gonna take quite a bit of it.
Let's all stare intently at SeYsEy and give him all of our curses to make this nice and even.
Now you're just playing favorites.
I am not. I want it to be nice and clean.
Oh, okay. From right there, I thought he went the wrong way.
God no.
It's
The lag and flies thing. Okay, he got the cutscene skip. Normally we'd have the nightmare talking to us during this. So we bonk against the wall to get into position, and we pull out the sword without slashing, so we use our menu or a bomb to not roll RNG, so that we could just stab the blob to death where it sits without needing powder, which is required to kill it in this game, unless we do that.
Alright, here we go.
Aghanim
takes 4 reflected balls to kill it. The first 2 are free, then after that, you can get infinite blue balls, so we'll see what happens.
But SeYsEy is using the Manipto.
Oh!
So recently it was found that we can manipulate whether or not Aghanim throws energy balls or blue balls based on position and pixels. So we figured that out, and suddenly it's free. Turns out the person who figured that out was vlackSR, and SpiceFather made it very easy for us by making a nice app.
Wait, there's an app?
There's an app for that.
Why am I always the last to find out about these things?
Because you're not looking in routing strats when we talk about it.
Okay, look, there are a lot of channels on the Link's Awakening Discord server, alright?
Android only, by the way. So we see SeYsEy fighting against Deathel. Death-Eye. Death, I'm going to ruin your day.
Deathel.
So it takes 16 arrow shots to kill it.
I don't know what number that was.
I'm pretty sure that's it. Pretty sure that's it. See? It's gone. It's fine.
And with that, SeYsEy is our winner today with an official SRL time of 44:20. That's a really good time.
To point out, the world record is like 43:58 or something.
Yeah, that's a really good time.
There we go. I was getting slightly worried over something to my side.
I mean,
there we go. So Black murders the thing dead, and those arms still have hitboxes when
yeah,
the
they
thing
do.
is dying, so you could very much die during that fight. Oh man.
That was something else. Yeah, and it's also considered that SeYsEy got this time with missing, I think, I want to say like half of the ICSs. But Black now finishes as well with an official time of 45:14. Now we're going. Let's see if either of them wants to. Pardon me. Either of them wants to maybe come in and say a few words. All right, so folks asking about ICS instrument cutscene skip. Normally when you grab an instrument, Link holds it up. There's text, then you hear the instrument play. If you pull up a menu on the same frame that you land and pick up the instrument, you can save and quit before the cutscene plays. Yeah, it's like Alice is saying. It saves about 20 seconds each time, but it's frame perfect. So it's a very challenging trick, and it is not uncommon for even the best runners to miss it multiple times. And goodbye,
And
Cajon.
look, I guess Black has decided to go back to practicing on LADX.
I mean, some things are easier in LADX, some things are not.
The timing is the important part, though.
Yeah, that's what's been throwing me off about LA. And LADX are just kind of like, yeah, just hold down the buttons, whatever happens, happens. And LA, it's like, nah, you gotta do it right here. If you do it too soon, you fail. If you do it too late, you fail. And I'm not seeing... Oh!
There it is.
We have a SeYsEy.
Uh,
SeYsEy, congratulations.
Hey, thank you guys.
From what we could see of your race, it was excellent.
What you can see, why?
There was a bad connection between you and speed gaming, it seems.
Me? Oh damn. I lost 0 frames though. Don't care.
Yeah, like
So
I
I
said,
don't know.
not you to Twitch. It was speed gaming to you.
Yeah, just street gaming. Oh, too bad. Too
Things
bad.
happen.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
I'm
it.
really happy. Really happy to won that.
It was pretty close to world record too. If you had gotten a few more ICSs, you would have nailed him.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking. With those 4 ICS I missed, that would have been world record. This is a really good run.
Oh yeah. So, the thing that really put a nail in Black's coffin was, one, how many rupees did you get off the beach?
Oh yeah, I got 8 rupees on the beach, and
You got
then
4.
I got immediately 2 to 1 on the bush, so that was
Yeah,
really good.
He got 4. And then...
Oh, 4. Oh.
Yeah. And then everything was really close until the end of D2.
Yeah.
And then 3 guesses as to what happened. We saw our old friend the genie.
Wait, did Vlack fight the genie?
No, he saved and quit out of it, but he spawned it. He walked into the room without using the rod.
Oh damn.
But overall, yeah, that was pretty close to world record, man. That's
Yeah, really happy with that
scary
run.
to think about.
And
Next
missing
week-
ICS is just something that happens sometimes though. So
Yeah, it's just frame, not what is it? Frame rule dependent. Is that it?
frame dependent, it's just frame perfect. Every time you miss an ICS, this is your fault, but
All right,
Still
look.
feels bad.
Now you're making it feel like we don't have any excuses.
this
They
is
really
frame
don't.
rule, but not on LA.
All right, so DX is the one that has frame rule. Okay, I am being taught things today.
Every day is a learning experience.
Oh yeah. So with that, you go to 3-0. The only
Yeah.
other person so far in that bracket is Alus. So that'll be fun. That's 2 versus 3, I think, on
Yeah.
the leaderboards.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I feel sorry for the poor sap who has to fight Vlack in 2-1.
Yeah, facing Olos is what I wanted actually. Since
it works out.
the start of the tourney, I was like, I won't fight Olos. And
Hey, maybe next round. Who knows?
probably next round since we are the 2 in 3-0, so I will probably face him.
That's definitely going to be a race I want to catch.
But Sagas, it wouldn't be a baguette war, it'd be a civil war, wouldn't it?
I mean, France already had a civil war.
Well.
So, knowing that you're probably going to be facing off against Alos, what are you going to be doing anything in particular to prepare for that showdown?
To prepare, I don't know, maybe just practice, but nothing special, I guess. I'm not
Just keep on doing what you're doing.
not learn strats just to face Olos.
I mean, at this point, your training would consist of you getting world record, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because the way you played today, just get more ICSs. Done.
Yeah, that's true, but Vlack's still holding it for now.
And I mean, he recently just got the first sub 44 in the game, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, maybe I will try to beat Israel Recon one day, but just want to be done with the tourney before that. Before grinding.
Do it on your off time.
One thing at a time.
Yeah. So what do we got coming up later, Crunchy?
Later? Well,
Yeah.
This is going to be it for Link's Awakening today, but that does not mean you do not have other good stuff to look forward to. We have the Super Metroid Double Anti-Bingo Tournament continuing, or the Super Metroid Dab if you're one of the cool kids. We have the Momodora Tourney, Diddy Kong Racing, Mega Man 2 Randomizer, and the usual smattering of Link to the Past rando all over the place. So all sorts of good stuff coming up later today.
But if Link's Awakening is more of your dig, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, we are having a match of Mashi versus JC87.
Ooh.
On Saturday, I believe, if I'm getting my dates right, the 20th, we have 2 separate matches. One at 10 a.m., White Wolfos versus our very own Crunchy Lex here.
Oh yeah, I have a race.
Yeah, you do. Surprise! And a couple of hours later, at 3 p.m. on that same Saturday, it's Spice Father versus Mighty Mouth. Then on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern, we have Xander TJE 10 versus some scrub, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm talking over that one.
Yeah, make sure to make fun of that other person. Xander's good people.
He is. Other guy is a scrub, though. I remember that much. Don't remember who it is, though.
Probably curses people in his spare time.
Yeah, probably. Sounds like something he'd do.
What a jerk. Well, I suppose that's it for us. You got anything else? You got anything else for us, Say?
No, I guess no.
Well, I'm pretty sure I should stop self-depreciating. So, it was a good race, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, GG's to Say and Black. Thank you for giving us such a great race to talk over.
To Vlack too.
Yeah, Black put up a very good fight. Alright, well, that's it from us. I hope you guys have a wonderful night.
Thanks for watching.